And we're proud alumni of the best school ever. So remember that. Remember. Welcome back to Behind the Game with Terry. Today we're going to dive into the inspiring journey of Nate Noel, an NFL draft prospect from Miami Northwestern Senior High School who played at Mizzou and App State. He made his mark at App State for rushing over 3,000 yards and then transferred to Mizzou for his graduate year, where he made an impact. His hard work, his resilience, and his game-changing plays have made him one to watch. So give it up for Nate Noel and stay tuned. Welcome back to Behind the Game with Terry. I'm Terry, your host, and this is
Nate Noel.
And we're going to get this interview started. Growing up in Miami and playing for Miami Northwestern, how did your high school experience shape you as an athlete?
I felt like it brought the best out of me because I was going against the best every day, felt like, and we just iron sharp as iron over there. It's hard work and it wasn't easy, so it taught me a lot of lessons.
Yep. And we're proud alumni of the best school ever. So remember that. Remember. What went into your decision to attend Appalachian State, and how did your time there prepare you for the next level?
It was sort of a late recruitment. I ended up signing like in February and going on a visit in like January, I believe. So it was just the best school at the time that I felt was for me.
Okay. Did you have any other offers out of high school, or just App State was your?
Yeah, I had a few other offers. I had a lot of offers early on, but then as the first signing day went by, a lot of them stopped talking. They got people that signed, and then around the second time, they were like the best option for me.
Okay, you thought that was like the best decision for you at the time.
Yeah.
Okay. So transferring to Mizzou for your graduate year, what was it like adjusting to a new program and making an immediate impact?
Adjusting to Mizzou was different because I felt like I was able to prove to myself that I belong. Just going out there every day in practice, competing with the top-notch boys, the SEC top conference, and then on game days, just going out there and competing against good competition and big names. I just felt like that really made me look at myself a lot different, like I belonged.
Mm-hmm. You went from the Sun Belt Classic, right?
Yeah.
Sun Belt Classic to the SEC. So how big of a transition was that for you in general? That's a big conference right there, SEC.
I feel like it was more mental. As far as the play on the field, it wasn't really too much different. Like the players, I mean, the D linemen and O linemen were a lot bigger, but as far as the players and how good they played, it was similar.
Okay, so nothing dramatic about that.
Yeah, nothing too dramatic.
Okay, so rushing for over 3,000 yards in college is a huge accomplishment. Which game or moment stands out to you the most?
I'll probably say my first time playing UNC because I guess that was like one of the bigger schools that I played. That was one of the first bigger schools that I played, and I really was able to still do what I could do. And it just, at that point, it showed me that I belonged and I could probably play in a bigger league too.
Yeah. Probably made your stamp there, like, oh, I could probably do this and do that. Yeah. So being ranked number 2 nationally while you was at App State, what do you get credit for your success? Like, who do you give credit to for that?
I give a lot of credit to the boys in front of me, just everybody on the team, from the defense working me every day in practice, the coaches coaching me hard, from the O-line to the receivers blocking. It was just a big effort for everybody, really.
And how do you approach balancing the physical demands of being a running back with a mental side of the game?
I think one of the biggest things I take is never too high, never too low. So I kind of try to stay in the middle. So even on my good games, not that happy. So when I have a bad game, I just know I need to go to work too. So yeah, just never too high, never too low.
Okay, I have a dumb question. What do you mean by never too high, never too low? So what do you mean you got to stay in the middle, especially with a running back too? Because I know you got to get into pockets and things like that. So
Oh wait, hold on. Say that question again.
I said it was kind of a dumb question I'm about
No,
to ask you.
okay.
But what do you mean by too high or too low? Meaning that I know you as a running back, you have to be like basically medium sized just to get into different pockets and things like that. So.
Nah, I meant more like on my emotions. Like, just if I have a good game,
Oh, okay.
it is what it is almost. And if I have a bad game, it is what it is also. Like, I just got to go to work the next week.
So what's the biggest lesson you've learned through the process of preparing for the NFL draft?
The biggest process, keeping my mental straight, because I feel like you could look at a lot of the boards, the draft boards, and if your name isn't on there or you're not predicted to go this or this or this, like, you could get down on yourself. But I just take it all as motivation. Like, I just always try to find a positive in anything.
Yeah, you have to make it work.
Just keep my faith in God. So I really don't worry too much.
Yeah. Playing at two different universities, what were the biggest differences in their programs and how did they challenge you?
I feel like App State was able to teach me a lot as far as being grateful for the little things and the small things. And then going up to Mizzou and getting a lot of stuff that we didn't have at App just made me learn to appreciate a lot of the smaller stuff and everything that they do. Like, just meals with just the football team by themselves instead of just going to the main calf with all the regular students, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I just learned to appreciate a lot more.
Definitely. What's your mindset when stepping onto the field, and how do you stay focused in high pressure situations?
When I step on the field, I try not to think about too much, like not about who's on the other side of the ball, more like what will I do when I get the ball, like just not trying to listen, like, again, going to social media, like, because social media will mess you up. Like, you'll think this player is supposed to be this and this and that. This team is supposed to be this and this and that. But if I don't really know about it, then I really won't feel no way towards it, and I just play it regular.
Who's been your biggest mentor or influence throughout your football journey?
My biggest influence, I mean, my family in general is just like my biggest influence in life. But as far as on the field, I'll watch like Dalvin Cook highlights, Duke Johnson highlights, Alvin Kamara highlights. I'll just watch a few people before the game just to like try to mirror some of their moves that they made and just like keep my mind fresh on, some new moves I can do in the game.
Yeah. And if you could give advice to young athletes dreaming of playing in collegiate or professional level, what would it be?
Don't pay attention to the outside noise. Just keep your head down, keep working, because you most likely gonna get overlooked. A lot of people get overlooked, but I've seen a lot of stories come from people that have been overlooked. So yeah, that'll be my biggest thing. Just keep your head down and work, and
don't worry about
don't worry about the outside noise. Don't worry about social media too much. Don't try to search your name up on social media. Don't look at what the next man doing. Like, everybody got their own race. And I feel like comparison is a thief of joy.
Okay. What are you most looking forward to as you take the next step in your career?
I'm just looking forward mainly to bringing smiles to my family. Just having everybody at the game, happy to be there, happy to see me just showing out.
Okay. So before we go to our next segment, do you have any shout outs you want to give to anybody?
It's a lot. Shout out my guys. Shout out the Shiners. Shout out to my boys back at Out. Everybody, it's too many. It's too many for real.
No, it's time to play Terry's Red Zone. So this segment is called Playbook Plays. So I'm going to give you a list of questions, and you're going to give me your type of scenarios. And yeah. So 4th and goal is crunch time in a game. What's your mindset, and then what's your go-to play to secure the win?
4th and goal? I'm thinking outside zone. Either way, really. But probably the smarter play, since we probably been running outside zone the whole game, would be fake outside zone with probably a tight end or a slot receiver coming underneath opposite and just right there. And then also probably a tight end or receiver play side of the formation just coming across over the top. So like you can high-low the defenders.
Yeah, I don't know what that means, but I'm a just keep nodding my head and say yes. Okay. Describe your play that seals the game in an NFL playoff matchup.
I feel like we're up by, however many points, like one possession game. They got to get a stop on us so that they could get the ball back and try to go score and win the game. But we just run the ball, we get the first down, and I end up sliding instead of scoring for the touchdown.
Okay. Alrighty. A young fan tells you that you're their favorite player. How do you make that moment special for them?
If I have any gloves or towels or stuff like that, I'll try to give it out, a headband, something like that, and then take a picture and sign the stuff if they got like a marker or anything nearby.
Yeah. But thank you, Nate, and thank you guys for watching Behind the Game with Terry. We'll see y'all on the next episode. Bye-bye.